Hey, Harrison, I was just curious if you were home yet.
Oh, hey Amanda, sorry I'm so late. I'm just about to come home now, actually.
Don't tell me that you've really been out drinking this whole time.
Hey, come on, you know that my buddy at work, Sam, is going through a divorce right now. I think he really needed this night to let off some steam. I was just worried about him, so I wanted to make sure that he got home safe before I headed back.
I understand that you're worried about your friend and all, but I feel like you've been coming home late more frequently for a while now. And what that means for me is that I'm the one who is always having to watch our kid and take care of the house and stuff like that. Do you think you could at least try and come home a little earlier to help me with Emily?
Wait, what? Are you serious? You want me to do stuff around the house after I've been working all day? You know how tired I am after I come home.
Are you telling me you really don't want to spend any time with your daughter after work at all? We've talked about this before. Emily is our child, so we both need to be the ones parents for her. Got it?
I know. It isn't that I don't want to spend time with her or anything like that. It's just that she's a little girl and she wants to play with dolls and have tea parties and stuff. I guess I really just am not into that as a man, you know?
Can you at least just be in the same room as her and keep her company while she plays? I mean, she's 4 years old already. She needs to be spending time with her dad as well as her mom, you know? If you don't spend time with her now, then just think of how she'll see you when she's going through puberty or when she's an adult.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be a long time. I doubt she'll even remember being this age by the time she's older.
I think you would be surprised by how much kids remember, Harrison. And besides, even if she doesn't remember, that's still not a good reason not to spend time with your own daughter. I would think as parents that we both would want to spend as much time with her as possible.
Oh, I know, but ever since we've had her, she's all that you talk about ever.
Well, yeah, she's our child and she can't take care of herself. What did you think being a parent was going to be like? Do you really have so little interest in helping me raise her?
That's not what I want. I care about Emily just as much as you do. But look, you have to see it from my perspective because I grew up with only brothers. I don't really know how to interact with a little kid, you know?
Well, do you think you're ever going to learn by not spending more time with her? Maybe before you worry about your friends from work, you should be worrying about your family back home first.
Okay, I get it, jeez. I'll try and make sure to come home early and play with the kid or something, okay?
Don't try, Harrison. I want you to do it. Starting tomorrow, I want you to give Emily her baths and put her to bed. I also work, remember? And just because I work from home doesn't mean I can do everything here. I want to have time to actually be able to concentrate on things that I need to do.
Wait a second, from tomorrow on, you want me to do that? Like, as in, every single day?
I mean, if there are times where you can't, then that can't be helped, but yes.
Okay, no, you're just being ridiculous, Amanda. I mean, what about the days that I have to stay late at the office and work overtime?
I just said if you have something come up, then we can figure out a way around that. But normally you should be getting off work at least before 7 most nights, right? So then you can come home, bathe Emily, and then put her to bed.
But then what am I even gonna do? How am I gonna have time to eat dinner if I'm so busy doing that?
Okay then, I can be the one to put her to bed if you want to cook dinner while I do that.
You're acting as if I never do anything for Emily at all.
Okay then, tell me how many times this month you think you've played with Emily.
If I had to guess, it would be, 3, maybe?
I hope you're not counting the times that I went out grocery shopping, Harrison.
Okay, alright, you made your point already. Now I'll set aside some more time in my schedule to play with Emily, okay?
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. Now, I am going to try and get some work done before I go to sleep. But I'm serious, Harrison. I really do want more help around the house, okay? Harrison, are you home right now?
Oh, sorry, I just had to step out real quick to grab something. I haven't really gone out shopping in a while, but I need a couple pieces of new clothes.
You told me that when I got back from my parents' house that you would play with Emily, remember?
Oh, shoot, I totally forgot about that. My bad.
So then you'll come home and play with her. You promised that you'd take her off my hands for a while. Besides, I have an appointment at the hairdresser this evening.
Hold on a second, you want me to come back home right now? But it's my day off and the weather is really, really nice.
And what does that have to do with the fact that you said you would do this for me?
Oh, come on, am I not allowed to get a little sunshine every now and then? I don't see why I gotta rearrange my whole schedule just because you want to go and get your hair done.
Do you even remember the last time that I had an appointment to get my hair cut? Because I do. It was 8 months ago. But I know that you always make sure to make time for yourself to go every month or two.
Okay, but that's because I have to go to an office and keep up appearances. You just work and do stuff from home. I don't even see the point of why you have to get your hair done. Just go pay someone to cut a chunk off when it gets too long, you know?
Harrison, I have been looking forward to this for 8 whole months now. You told me that you would be at home to take Emily from me. You promised me. I am feeling really betrayed by you right now. I mean, just how am I supposed to feel like we're raising our kid if you can't even do this for me? At this point, I might as well just move back in with my parents because they would help more than you.
You don't really mean that, do you?
I mean, I really do think about it sometimes. You have no idea how hard it is trying to work from home while keeping things clean, doing all the cooking, and raising our kid. And all the while, my husband is almost never home, and when I do ask for help, you just complain about not knowing how to play with girls.
Come on, this isn't fair at all. You know that I only had brothers.
Do you remember when you said that to our daughter's face? She asked if you would want to play a game with her, and you said that you had better things to do. You didn't even bother to see the look on her face, but she was just crushed.
Well, I didn't mean to hurt her feelings or anything like that.
Well, you did. You're an adult, and you need to be more careful with how you talk to her. Kids are sensitive, and the things you tell them affect the kind of person they'll grow up to be. She wants to play with her dad, and you're the one who refuses to.
Okay, I understand. I promise that next weekend I'm going to take Emily and we are going to have a fun time. I'll think of some place to go and then I'll play with her, okay?
You really mean that? Because I don't even think I can count on my hands how many times you've said something like that just to forget about it later.
I'm telling you, I swear this is going to happen. I will play with Emily and she will have fun and I will be a good dad to her, okay? I really do want her to enjoy being around me, and so I want to get to know my daughter more. So just please, don't say things like you're thinking of moving back in with your parents.
Okay, Harrison. I'm going to trust you this time. Next weekend, you are in charge of handling Emily, okay? Don't break this promise, because you won't be getting another chance after this one. Harrison, just what the heck is going on here, huh? What in the world are you thinking?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you want from me, but I'm busy right now, okay?
What am I talking about? I am talking about our daughter, Emily, of course. What in the world is wrong with you? She was looking forward to spending time with you all week, and now she's back home and soaking wet.
Well, didn't she tell you when she got home that I had some business come up?
I heard all about it. You told her that you need to work and sent her home crying. Didn't you realize that it's pouring with rain outside? More importantly than that, how could you make our 4-year-old daughter walk all the way home by herself in the rain?
Okay, enough of this 4-year-old thing. She's almost 5.
Almost 5 is literally still 4. And I wouldn't want a 5-year-old walking home alone in the rain either. What if she slipped and hurt herself? What if someone took her?
Oh my god, you worry way too much, you know that? It was such an easy walk home, there's no way she would have gotten lost. And so what if it's raining? Kids love playing in the rain. I'm the one who has to work, so why don't you feel sorry for me, huh? Besides, she made it home, didn't she? What's the big deal here?
Okay then, Harrison, tell me what work you had to do that was so important that you had to send your daughter home by herself. Because I don't remember giving you anything to do today.
What's that supposed to mean? And she's not my daughter, she's our daughter.
This is George.
George? George who? What the heck is going on here?
George isn't your boss, George, that's who.
Wait a second, George, as in head of sales, George?
Yeah, your boss. No, what is this talk about you having to work on your day off?
Wait, I don't understand. What's going on here? Is that really you?
Yes, it is. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here at your house, I saw your daughter crying on the sidewalk and asked her what's wrong. She told me that you were supposed to play with her, but that you said you had to work. I walked back to her house, and now your wife is running a bath for her as we speak.
I'm so sorry, boss. An important client called. Then, they said they needed something from me right away.
Oh, really? Which clients? I'll call and double check.
Oh no, you really don't have to worry about doing something like that. And the whole business is already over, so it really is okay.
No, I want to know. Who are you doing work for today?
I can't remember the name actually. Let me look it up. I just need some time.
Give me a break already. You weren't doing any work at all, were you?
I mean, I kind of was.
You know what, Harrison? I've actually been meaning to ask you something for a while now.
What is it?
How do you know our star salesman, Bell?
I don't really know him at all. He's just a coworker, really.
Somehow I really doubt that. She told me that his kid got injured and that he needs to take work off tomorrow. Are you really sure that you have nothing to do with that?
Me? Of course I don't have anything to do with that. How could you even ask that?
I hope not for your sake. No, I want you back here at your house in 10 minutes, got it? I know the hospital where Bell's kid is. But if you really have nothing to do with that, then you'll come back here right away.
Amanda, please, you have to forgive me.
Why? Why in the world do you think that I would let you off the hook for what you did?
I just wasn't thinking, I swear.
You were cheating on me, Harrison! With someone from your work!
I know, I don't get how the other people in the office found out about us. But I really wish that you weren't suing Belle. I just don't see how she'd be able to pay.
You mean you think I should just let the woman who was sleeping with my husband off the hook? She knew that you were married, didn't she?
She did, but she's a single mom, and I don't think she even has that much money to begin with.
And just what do you think that has to do with me? Why are you trying to make her the victim in all of this?
I'm not trying to make her the victim here, but I just think that we all made some mistakes, you know?
Are you kidding me? Did you really just say that? The only mistake I made was ever trusting you, Harrison. You really think that I'm going to let you and your side piece off the hook for nothing?
Come on, she has a kid. You don't want to kick someone when they're already down, right?
And just what about my daughter, huh? And I say my daughter because you are no father to her as far as I'm concerned.
Amanda, I'm really sorry for cheating on you, but please, we can't just divorce because of this. We have our family to think about. But Belle was a single mother, and I just felt really bad for her. I only agreed to help watch her kid. I didn't think that this would happen, though.
I can't believe you're trying to excuse your own actions right now. You really chose to watch this woman's kid over your own child. Do you like her kid more than Emily? Is that it?
Well, Belle has a son is the thing.
So it has to do with the gender of the child is what you're saying.
No, it's not that at all. But Belle is always saying how she doesn't know how to play with her kids since she's a woman and he's a boy.
You two are both full of the same excuses, aren't you? No wonder you two get along so well. Well, don't worry. After we divorce, you can go and be with her for all I care. And if you love her so much, you can pay for her lawsuit, too.
But I don't want to divorce you, Amanda. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you listening to me? I don't care at all what you want. You betrayed, threw our daughter out into the rain, and then went on to go watch someone else's. Why in the world do you think I care at all about what you want?
No, I was just torn up about what to do. And when I heard that Belle needed help because her kid got injured, I just acted without thinking, you know?
And your actions were to put another kid in front of your own. You are no father, and you're no husband.
Come on, Amanda, don't be like that. It's not that I didn't want to play with Emily, but this is important too.
You mean being there for the woman you're cheating with is more important than being there for your real family? I don't see what was wrong with bringing Emily along to the hospital if you and Belle were really just friends. But instead, you broke her heart and put her in danger.
I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking at all.
Clearly! Now I want you to come and get your things soon.
Please, you can't do this to me. I really am sorry. You have to take me back. You can't just tear apart our family like this.
The only one here you can blame for tearing apart our family is you. You lied to me over and over and never showed once that you really cared for our daughter. Instead, you cheated on me and prioritized someone else's kid over your own. What is even the point of keeping a family like that together?
Please, it'll never happen again, I promise. You can trust me.
No, Harrison, that's the whole point. I can't trust you. You are not a part of this family anymore, and I never want to see you again. A few weeks after that, Harrison and I finalized our divorce. The news quickly spread around to both of our families about what had happened, and no one blamed me for ending the marriage. Belle quit her job and moved back in with her parents. Now she works a part-time job and is paying her debt to me bit by bit. As for Harrison, he couldn't get over the shock of losing me, and his life began to fall apart. Although he couldn't be fired for what he did, his work performance dropped so much after I left him that he was eventually let go for that. Meanwhile, I moved back in with my parents, who were waiting for Emily and I with open arms. Emily is going to be starting elementary school, which means that I'll start looking for full-time work. It's tough being a single mother, but I'm grateful to have such a supporting family behind me.
Hey Francine, how's Tessa doing today? You did go and visit her, right?
Hey Frank, it's good to hear from you. Tessa was doing totally fine when I was there with her. She's much better after starting on the new medicine regimen the doctors told us about.
Totally fine? What's that supposed to mean? How can she be totally fine in this situation?
No, well, all I mean is that she hasn't gotten any worse. Obviously, her health isn't totally fine, but she is undergoing cancer treatment, so you can hardly expect otherwise. Yeah, I know they're trying to save her life, but chemotherapy really is awful. It's tearing me up to have to see her like this every day. The new medicine they put her on made all of her hair fall out.
Wow, is she upset about it?
Of course she is. She's still in elementary school. And she's a girl. There's no denying it. She was pretty damn shocked and broken up about the whole thing. It's only natural she would be, right? It would be bad enough for an adult who properly understood everything.
She doesn't seem any worse, you say? She didn't seem to be particularly unwell or anything. We should be grateful just for that. We have to take all the victories we can get, no matter how small.
I guess, but to be honest with you, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't painful for me to look at her in that state. Her pillow was covered in hair that had fallen out. She's putting on a brave face and pretending she doesn't care, but I'm her mom, and I can tell she's hurting inside. Couldn't take seeing my little princess like that. I had to get out of there, Frank. I left the ward.
You did what? You knew this would happen, damn it. The doctors told us her hair would start falling out after the chemo started. It's never going to be a pleasant thing to see, but how could you not have been prepared? It's only natural she'd be shocked after losing her hair. What the hell do you think seeing her parents freak out is going to do to her mental state? She's already vulnerable as it is. She needs us now more than ever. And you left her there?
I know that. But it's gonna keep falling out, and quickly too. Before we know it, she won't have any hair left. I can't bear to see her like that. It was horrible.
No, of course it's horrible. But don't get me wrong, babe. I totally understand how you feel. But we can't bury our heads in the sand. This is happening, Francine, whether we like it or not. If it's this bad for us, what the hell do you think it's like being Tessa right now?
I understand what you're saying, Frank. Oh my god, Frank, how long are we going to have to carry on like this? What did she do to deserve this? Why does our poor daughter have to suffer so senselessly?
Believe me, I'd love to know the answer to those questions myself.
I'm sorry, I never expected myself to get this upset. I think I'm losing my mind. If I start taking things out on you, everything will be totally hopeless.
You're exhausted from being with Tess all the time, right? It must take a lot of mental stress to keep yourself composed, seeing her that way. I haven't been able to get to the hospital due to my crazy work schedule, and believe me, I feel pretty crappy about that. It's fine, Francine. It's not a big deal. Really. Don't worry about me.
I'm sorry.
I said don't worry about me. Tessa is more important than me right now.
Right. I wonder if she'll really be okay. I'm relieved she didn't seem any worse physically, aside from the shock of losing her hair, what with starting chemo and all. But it was so awful seeing her all broken up like that.
You headed over to visit her with your mum and dad this weekend, right? I'll join you guys then. Let me try speaking to her. Let's see if her pops can't cheer her up a little.
Right. But you know she hasn't shown much improvement at all since being admitted to the hospital. Don't say anything reckless that might freak her out or my mom out, okay?
Of course I won't. But keep an eye on her for me until then, alright? It's bound to be difficult, but we need to be strong for our daughter's sake. She needs us now more than ever.
Frank, why would you even say something like that? Didn't I tell you not to say anything reckless? My mom and dad are furious. I can't believe you said that to Tessa at all, let alone in front of my parents.
Oh, that's funny, because from where I'm standing, none of what you're doing makes any sense. That's why I said it. I was wondering whether you'd make an absurd overreaction, and lo and behold, you are.
What? This isn't the time to screw around, Frank. Start making sense. Thankfully, Tessa seemed to find your stupid little remark funny, so at least she's not upset, but... What kind of twisted sicko calls their daughter a baldy while she's on chemotherapy? I can't believe you.
Come on, Francine. I didn't put it that bluntly, did I? I worded it more kindly than that, and you know it.
But why would you need to say that in the first place? Heh, looks like you went bald, sweetie. Oh well. And to think you laughed, too. You're sick. Who says, oh well, to their freshly bald, cancer-stricken 6-year-old? Do you understand how much your foolish little remark just hurt our poor daughter? That poor girl, she is fighting cancer, and the last thing she needs is her own dad insulting her.
Poor girl. Give me a break. The only thing upsetting our daughter is your attitude. Is that the way you treat her every time you visit? If I'd have known, I'd have said something earlier. God damn, my boss keeping me at the office does this all the time.
My attitude? What the hell does that mean? All we did was visit her. I don't need to be lectured on how to behave around my own daughter by the prick who just insulted her while she lay in a hospital bed.
You couldn't be more tragically mistaken. Or endlessly piling sympathy on her like she has hours left to live is what you guys call a visit. If that's the case, you and her parents need to stop visiting her immediately. All you're doing is hurting her by constantly reminding her about what she's going through and how unfortunate she is.
You have no right to say that. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to calm my parents down after you left the room? They even told me to divorce you.
Let them say what they like. I don't care. Let me make this clear. You guys are the ones treating her like a pitiful, helpless victim.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way you're all huddled around her, wailing, oh, you poor, poor thing. It almost made me want to vomit. I felt like I was at a funeral. Good luck, sweetie. I mean, really. Randomly interjecting crap like, I know all your hair might have fallen out, but you don't need to worry about that one bit, into conversations about her favourite cartoons. You're supposed to be making her feel better, not worse. Stop screwing around with our daughter's emotions, Francine.
All we're trying to do is stop her being upset. Ugh, what's the point in trying to explain? An insensitive prick like you would never get it.
Insensitive? That's rich coming from you. Are you completely oblivious to how much constantly reminding her she has cancer is hurting her? Why does she need you to bring up the fact she has no hair left every 5 minutes? You treat her like she's in a freaking casket already. It hurts to watch. You treat her like a hopeless victim. You act like you're already at her funeral. All you're doing is upsetting her.
What are you suggesting I should say then? You've got some nerve to come at me with this crap despite you being the one who made mean comments about her hair.
Mean comments? Please, did she even seem remotely upset by what I said? If anything, that's the biggest smile I've seen on her face in weeks. Do you have no idea what that means?
This is pointless. I can't take it anymore. We may as well be banging our heads against a brick wall. I'll be staying at my folks' place tonight. I won't be coming home for a while.
Do as you please. I don't want to see your face anyway.
Hey, Pops. Did you and Mom have a fight?
Hey, Tessa. What's up? What makes you think that?
Well, Mom came to see me today, but she seemed way more down than usual. She looked really angry when I smiled at what you said yesterday.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry, sweetie. Making you worry about me and your mum like this.
It's fine, Pops. You don't have to apologize. But was it bad of me to smile?
No, you didn't do anything wrong at all. Me and your mum just had a little difference of opinion. That's all. We were talking about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you. You know how much we both love you, right?
Yeah, I know that. But, well, why were you fighting then?
How to put it? You see, it's like this, sweetie. Since me and your mum both love and care about you so much, there are things that we feel so strongly about that we simply can't budge on them.
Huh? This is difficult. I don't understand.
Ah, right, of course. Let me ask you this, Tess. Do you like your mum?
Yeah, I love her.
Right? Well, I love her too. But how would you feel if your mummy, who you did love, did something bad to your pops?
I'd get mad and tell her to stop, 'cause I love my Pops too. I want all three of us to be friends and get along.
Well, that's how things are between me and your mum right now. We still haven't made friends yet. Which is why I want you to know you're not in the wrong here.
When will you make friends? Right away?
It'd be nice if we could make up right away. But to tell you the truth, I don't know myself either.
Hey, Pops, you know when you said I was bald and laughed? I was happy.
Oh, where did that come from all of a sudden?
Ever since I got sick, Mom and the others have been making me feel so sad all the time. They act like I'm gonna die. I'm not helpless and I'm not gonna die.
That's right, Tessa. You're not. You must hate being treated like that when you're working so hard to get better.
You're the only one who doesn't treat me like some pathetic victim, Pops. That's why I'm super happy you're my Pops.
That's right, sweetie. You're no victim. I just wish everyone else understood that.
Sorry to bother you, Frank. Do you have time to talk right now?
What's up? Is this about yesterday?
Yeah, it's about yesterday. I thought maybe we could try talking things over again.
Look, about that, I said too much myself. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have anything to apologize for, honey. We were the ones in the wrong after all, right?
What? Are you feeling okay? Am I hallucinating? You were furious with me yesterday.
This evening, I got a call from Tessa. She told me why you got so mad. I think I more or less understand it now.
From Tessa? Wait, she called you about that? Really? I'll see.
She said us fighting was really hard on her. She pretty much ordered us to make up as soon as possible. That's not all. She burst into tears. What the hell are we playing at, Frank?
You're right. Us fighting over what's best for our daughter doesn't really make any sense if us fighting makes our daughter cry now, does it?
Right. That's why I'm sorry. I never stopped to think about why you were angry in the first place. I just reacted.
No, it was wrong of me not to explain too. I kind of just assumed you'd get why I was mad and let the anger take care of the rest. I haven't had my head on straight lately, what with everything that's going on. I guess you could say I'm quick to anger. You're well within your rights to be mad.
Cut it out, Frank. That's my line. I was so intent on things being the way I thought they should be, I never stopped to think about what Tessa herself thought about the way I was treating her, or how she felt about her current situation. I just decided what was best for her by myself based on nothing but assumptions. I realized I clearly wasn't doing her any favors the moment she burst into tears.
Go easy on yourself, babe. It's not like I'm saying everything you did was wrong. It's just that Tessa's fighting this thing with every last fibre of her being. She's like a little super soldier. And the thought of her bravery being reduced to nothing or minimised by being treated like a helpless victim was tearing me up inside.
Yeah, you're right. I see that now. I was closest to her, and I should have known more than anyone how hard she was fighting, but in spite of that, I didn't. How did I not notice, Frank? God, I've been such an idiot!
We both had our hands full, Francine. Don't talk about yourself that way, please. It hurts me to see. Things haven't been easy lately, alright? It's only natural we might act a little crazy sometimes under all this stress. She got hospitalised out of nowhere after all. One day she was going to school like usual, but next she's in a hospital bed on an IV trip being told she had to undergo aggressive life-changing therapy. But all I could ask myself was why her? I think obsessing over that so much made it hard for me to see things straight.
You know our Tessa. She told me she enjoys every single day, even now. Can you believe that? Things should be harder for her than anyone, and yet somehow she's stronger than the both of us put together.
She said she was super happy about everyone visiting her together, you know. Me, you, and your parents. And that's not all of it. This one's really going to shock you. She even said she actually enjoys studying. Apparently she works on her textbooks and printouts from school every day in the hospital ward.
She told me all about how when she gets out of hospital she wants to try out a bunch of new things at school. Volleyball club, piano lessons, fencing. I could barely keep up as she listed off all her new goals. She said she gets excited just thinking about it. I had no idea she had all these plans for the future. No, it's not that I didn't know. Maybe I just didn't try to find out.
It's just like I said, right? I wasn't seeing things straight, and neither were you. There's no need to go beating yourself up over it. Me and you have been through a lifetime's worth of stress in the last few weeks.
Seeing her after she lost all of her hair like that for the first time, it terrified me so much that I ran out of her room in a panic.
Yeah, I know, babe. I know you did.
She told me she wished I didn't do that. You just laughed it off like it was nothing when you saw her without her hair for the first time, right? She told me what you said. Who needs hair anyway? Hair is for chumps. She said your cheerful spirit made her so happy. She said she wished I treated her more like you did. I was totally blind to what she really needed from me. I really am a failure as a mom.
That's not true, Francine. Don't say things like that.
How is it not true? I know you just said we weren't seeing things straight, but even in spite of that, even in spite of all the stress, all the pain, all the heartache, and all the worry, you still managed to understand how she was feeling and what she wanted, but me? Nope. I failed her. I'm not fit to be a mother.
If you're not fit to be a mother, why'd you get so mad at me?
because I was making nothing but hasty, superficial judgments. I only reacted to what you were saying instead of why you were saying it. In the end, I was only thinking about myself. I was so obsessed with the idea of being the perfect doting mother that I didn't stop to take the time to consider what our daughter was actually feeling. No, I was downright incapable of it.
So why all the self-reflection and apologies now? If you're really incapable of thinking about what's best for Tessa, what's the point in beating yourself up with regret over what you did? Surely it couldn't be helped given the circumstance.
Stop it, Frank. You know, don't you? You know I can't be the mother our daughter deserves. Stop trying to make me feel better. It just makes me feel more pathetic.
Yeah. Doesn't feel great, does it? I'm glad you understand now. But tell me, Francine, why do you think Tessa was so beside herself with shock when her hair fell out?
Because she's a girl, surely. But then... No, wait. I guess it must have been pretty damn shocking to see me, her own mom, dart out of the hospital room like a bolt of lightning when I saw how different she looked. It was wrong of me to do that, wasn't it?
She said she was upset because she couldn't have the same hairstyle as her mum anymore. It was a shock to her. It made her feel down.
Wait, what?
She was shocked because she loves you, Francine. She loved having the same hairstyle as you. She was sad and down in the dumps because she couldn't anymore after losing her hair. Do you really think someone who says things like that could possibly hate you?
Wow, she said that? Our Tessa said that?
Yeah, sure she did. I just said so, right? That she said that even when she felt sick, she was happy as long as you were there by her bedside to hold her hand. She was so grateful for how you made sure you were always there for her all the time, day in, day out, no matter what.
But I was only there by her bedside. It's not like I really even did anything. I didn't even notice how she was feeling, damn it!
Even just being by her side at such a difficult time is an amazing thing in and of itself, Francine. No matter how bad her symptoms got, no matter how much you wanted to bolt out of that door and never look back, you didn't. You stayed by her side the whole time. Only your mother's capable of that.
But is this really what's best for her? Someone like me being her mom?
Who else is there aside from you? Let me make something. If you talk like this around our girl, she'll burst into tears on you again. She hates the thought of her mum not being around.
Right. Frank, thank you. I am Tessa's mother.
Of course you are. And we're both going to carry on being there for her, forever and ever. We're going to be there for her so much, she'll get frickin' bored of us. Because the three of us are a family. Me, you, and Tessa. After that, me and Francine successfully kissed and made up, just like our amazing daughter wanted. For Francine, the realisation that she'd been blind to how our daughter was feeling for a while tore her up with regret. But once she noticed just how much Tessa loves her, she became more positive and optimistic about the future. If anything, now her and Tessa talk and have fun together more than ever before. They get along so well that anyone would think they were best friends, rather than mum and daughter. What's more, Francine's mum and dad came over to apologise to me after they realised what I really meant by what I said that day. Just like me and Francine, they were so stressed out by everything that was going on that they reacted emotionally, instead of stopping to think what I actually meant. Now there's nothing but good vibes between me and the in-laws. Not many people can say that, right? Yeah. After the events of today's story, me, Francine and Tessa carried on fighting the cancer together for another 2 years. Our strengths as a family must be paying off because her symptoms are finally starting to subside. She finally just got the go-ahead to return to school on the condition that she takes it easy and sits out a gym class for a while. Needless to say, our house is filled with nothing but smiles these days because things are finally starting to look up. There's hope on the horizon, and I am loving it. Don't get me wrong, she's not out of the woods yet, and there's still a small chance her symptoms could return. But one thing's for sure, me and her mum are working hard to give her everything she needs. And I'm praying with everything I've got for that smile never to disappear from her face.